So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Eric Fetty. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And the 1-0. Swing and a bouncer out to short. Nootbaar. The throw to first. And an easy out to start the game. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And, Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Juan Soto stands in now, looks at that one inside. One out, base is empty. And that one's a little bit low. Now 2-0. The wind and the pitch.
That's ball 3.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground, but it kicks foul. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Two down, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Outside low, and that's ball 1. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. It's the Mets nothing. Redbirds stepping up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting in this one, number 94.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first, and now here is Lars Nootbaar. And that is out of play. And a foul ball. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Now up for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. And delivers outside. One down, base is empty. Hard hit to third. Tosses to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in and continues with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
2 down, nobody on. That misses. 2-1. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Swings and misses. And it's 2-2.
2 strikes.
This one smashed down the right field line. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
And that one is inside.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hitter up.
That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Man on second, 2 down. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Here's Contreras now. Line, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Nolan Gorman. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Arenado, the lead runner at second. Contreras at first, 2 out of the inning. That one missing inside.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
2-2 count.
Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 on, 2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. It's on to inning number 2 in St. Louis. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, second inning set to go. And now the veteran third baseman, Brandon Nimmo. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. And this is inside. Outside low. Full count, 3-2. Popped up. Nootbaar. And it's caught for the out. Here's Jesse Winker. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. One down, base is empty. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Scott takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two outs, base is empty.
Two the count.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Jeff McNeil stands in. Ball 1 there.
Ball 1.
Tying run is at first here at the top of the second. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Two outs. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Pedro Pajes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And that's outside. And that's ball 2.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
And stepping in is the speedy Victor Scott. In the air to left down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. In the air, left field. And that will fall. So a man aboard now with one away. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jose Barrero.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Pickoff move to first, and he's back in there. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Scott stands at first with one out. Tapped softly on the ground. Fires to first in time.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Back to the top of the lineup, Lars Nootbaar. The next to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And that one handled. That's the third out. Inning over. So one hit is all they get. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. On to the third inning, and stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Acuna, in his rookie season, in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. Fetty back to work. On the ground. Sneaks through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next to hit, Jose Azocar. Yeah, that's fouled off. Fetty checks on first, and he dives back in safely. Next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
2-2 the count.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Grounded out his first time up. Called strike right there for Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy. He's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. Inside and 1-1. Here's the pitch, runner on the goal, and he grounds one to the right side. Sends it to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Here's Juan Soto. Struck out swinging his first time. Center field. Scott under it. And that'll do it. Mets leave one, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in St. Louis, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now up for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. Fouled off to the right. That one missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. On to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop 3rd strike.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. Doubled his first time up. To the right side, Alonso. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Cardinals, 3rd baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nato comes in to take his cuts. He reached out a walk his first time. Slider for a strike. Next one
Inside,
misses,
ball one.
and the count is 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Toss to Alonso, and that is the inning. Redbirds down quietly, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Pete Alonso. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. That one fouled off.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. That catches the outside corner, and that is strike one. Fought off foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Foul ball still 0-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Burleson brings it in. One away. Yeah, the batter now, Jesse Winker. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. Alonso leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. And a foul ball. Just missed.
3 balls.
In the
1
dirt,
strike.
blocked. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog. Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue finish off this hitter.
Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Runners at first and second with one gone. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one not close. And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
And now here's Jeff McNeil in for a strike. 0-1. Just missed. First and second, 2 down. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
High fly ball down the left field line. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for the Mets. They trail here 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, leading off Wilson Contreras. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Azokar calls it in, and there's 1 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Gorman now at the plate as he thought about that one but held back. Chris, when you take in a stadium, I think one of the things that I always contemplate is where are you? And in St. Louis, Busch Stadium, you know exactly where you are with the arch in the background. They mow it into the lawn. The gateway arch basically goes from line to line and out towards center field, and then the retired numbers, the championship banners. I mean, it really shows off the history of this proud franchise.
Yeah, Boog, and this city is always just covered in red, especially during the baseball season. But they've added that ballpark village out there in left center field. Very accessible to come into this city, stay downtown, get to the ballpark, and take in a game in a great setting.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first, Pedro Pajes. Next up for the Cardinals, he's 0 for 1. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Gorman over at first with 1 away.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Gets the outside corner with that one. Upstairs. And the count's full. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Lifted in the air, right field. Soto gets under it, hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder Victor Scott II.
Victor Scott will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Now a fly ball to right center. Soto sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. The Cards leave 1. They lead it 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Now a screamer into the outfield. Flashes the leather on the running catch. 1 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Just missed. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground, right side. Slings to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Wise to just eat that. Otherwise, you risk throwing it into the dugout.
Juan Soto now 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball. Lindor off of first with 2 away. That one way inside. In the dirt, but kept close. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Man at second. A little out front there as he swings through it.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Good job to fight that one off. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That misses the zone. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Here's a rocket to right field. And that's the 3rd out. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Jose Barrero. That one inside. Ball 1. Outside corner. There's a strike. And that's a little bit high. Out in front and foul to the left side. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
One out, runner at second. And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. First offering, and it just misses. That one ripped. Going, gone. A 2-run shot, his first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. Singy, he's been waiting for this moment to finally come.
Well, we knew it would come eventually, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him go on a nice little run at the plate, hitting some balls out of the ballpark. Got that monkey off his bat. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Number 94 won't go any further tonight. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Kodai Senga.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so Command and execution are huge for him.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan, 1 for 2. Swinging a foul straight back. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
That one missing inside.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 2 away now.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Nope.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Huascar Brazoban, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Garrett warming up as well. 2 down, nobody on. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. On the ground to third, Nimmo. Tosses to first. And they get Arenado for the out. Inning over. 2 runs for St. Louis on this blast. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. All set for the top of the 6th. Stepping in the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. Fetty back to work. Alonso in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. Now the 0-1. And that's in there at the knees.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
That one misses. Now 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's outside. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Not close with that one, and now it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Right side, hard hit. Contreras steps on the bag, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Brandon Nimmo digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Ripped to short. Fires over to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
2 outs, base is empty. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Two outs. Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Starting to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. There's a strike.
You know, these Cards, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Gorman in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Ball 1, no strike.
There's a line drive to left field. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, catcher.
Now the catcher up to hit, Pedro Pajes. And there's a hit. And now 2 aboard. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Now a chance for Victor Scott. Gorman on second. Pajes over at first with 1 away. Strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that clips the inside corner. Misses. Now 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one lifted in the air center field. Azokar hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Jose Barrero.
Next to hit, Jose Barrero.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Now this is in the air down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one upstairs.
2 strikes.
Hit hard on the ground to short. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. So they strand a pair. We're through 6 full. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Phil Maton.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Swing and a miss.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Late swing, fouled off. In the dirt, full count now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it on the first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Here's the left fielder, Jeff McNeil. And the sweeper catches the plate. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
2 down, bases empty. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. The other way. Handles, throws to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing here this half. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets nothing. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Reed Garrett.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Lars Nootbaar. 1 for 3. There's a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
And the sweeper misses.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. Now the number 2 hitter, Alec Burleson. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at bat right here.
That one's in there. That's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Huascar Brazoban up and throwing. Just missed.
Ball 1.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's down and in.
2-2 to count.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan. There's a strike. Misses outside, and a count even 1-1. Burleson at first, one gone. That one outside, 2-1. Grounder might be 2. Flips it. They get 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets nothing. Back here in St. Louis, and now the center fielder, Jose Azocar.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Tap foul at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Helsley, the closer, is getting loose. Leahy getting loose as well. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Lindor swings through that one. The Cards leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Ball, that's off the plate.
The shortstop takes a ball. He swings and fouls one off. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a double.
All over that one right there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Phil Maton departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they turn things over to the righty, Kyle Leahy.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
1 out, runner at second. Soto getting ready to hit. And that drops in for a strike.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Just missed.
Yep, that ball went out.
That one hit to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. Slider misses outside. Tying run at the plate. So 2 balls and no strikes.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Brandon Nimmo up next for the Mets. The tying run at the plate. Hammered down the line. Should be extra bases. 1 run's in. Coming around third is Soto. He's safe as he gets his hand in. And now they trail by 1.
Taking a bit of a chance swinging at a 3-0 pitch this late in the game, but nobody is questioning the decision after multiple runs come home to score on the play. A huge moment in this game.
One down. Here's the third baseman, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a foul out of play. So the tying run at second. Ball 1 low. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Outside low. 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kyle Leahy won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher for the Cardinals, JoJo Romero. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets, known for his late inning heroics. There's a strike. And fouled off. On the ground, out to short. Tosses to first, and Winker is set down. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Max Kranick.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Well, One-run game. Here's Nolan Arenado. And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball out towards left field. Going, gone. His 4th home run of the season. It's 4-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. Misses outside. 1-0. And that one in the air center field. Azokar under it. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. And a slider in there for a strike. Action in the Mets bullpen. Huascar Brazoban, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Stanek getting cranked up as well. And that one fouled off. One out, base is empty, and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. That one in the dirt. 1-2 to count. That's a little bit low.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
2 outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. And that's in the dirt.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And that one is inside, and it's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Check swing, and that's a ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Misses again, 5 in a row.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Pajes, the runner at first with 2 gone. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Barrero, the next to hit. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Swings through that one.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Falling behind 2-1. Fastball is outside.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself into a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
2 on, 2 outs.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. St. Louis tacks on 1 with a homer. Last chance coming up here for the Mets. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. There's the strike. Helsley, a 6'2" righty, 235 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015. Next offering is fouled back. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
He's 2 outs away. Now the left fielder, Jeff McNeil, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. The Mets down by a pair here at the top of the 9th. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
1-0-1 on the gun, swing and a miss.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Just missing there. The count now 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Acuna stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to third. That's the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.